three promising startups represented by Cambridge University entrepreneurs will be pitching for 2 minutes each, and then afterwards each startup will have 3 minutes Q&A. So let's start with Elpida, if they're present.
They missed it.
Okay. Two startups then. The next one is LabBridge, represented by Min Hu.
Good morning, everyone. First, I would like to ask the audience, how many of you have worked in a research laboratory before? Well, quite a lot. And have you ever experienced sometimes you have to throw away some materials like reagents and kits, and sometimes you try to find something you desperately need but you couldn't find? Yeah, quite a few. Over 1 billion pounds are spent on research materials in the UK only every year. And over 50 billion pounds worth of research agents and materials are wasted due to inadequate inventory management and lack of sharing. LabBridge provides a cloud-based, easy-to-use online platform for laboratory researchers to manage the inventory, manage the day-to-day lab work. So lab scientists can manage the inventory, can share information and the research materials with other scientists, and they can also find the suitable products for their research. And lab managers can monitor their spending and can compare products and can share experience with other users. And the laboratory leaders can check out their budget spending and try to build up collaboration with scientists all over the world. We also provide advertising and customer service packaging for laboratory material providers to promote their products and to communicate with their users, and this is going to be one of our main revenue streams. We have already received great interest from both users and potential clients, including some biotech giants which are enjoying the billions pounds of revenue every year. And we are looking for £60,000 for setting up and to build up the platform and to maintain the platform for the first year. And we estimate more than tenfold return on investment within 4 years. We truly believe that lab researchers will love LabBridge because we make labs work better. Thank you very much.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm James Charlene, and I promise you that using Quicker, you will produce a better PhD with less effort and in less time. Talking to you, Colin. I've read between 400 and 500 papers so far for my PhD. I'm in second year. That's enough to fill 2 or maybe a few more of these boxes. I don't know how many that would be, but I know if I threw all those papers in here, I'd be lost. There'd be stuff in here, and there are 10 million students every year who are going to have that same problem. So what Quicker does is it lets you get at that information in those boxes. It lets you have your own little personal Google going on in here. You want to find papers, it does it for you. If you want to remember the knowledge that you learned while looking at those papers, the annotation reports, there's tagging, it lets you get at that knowledge. If you want to find the relationships between the papers in those boxes, there's intelligent brainstorming. You can explore the papers, you can explore the authors, you can explore your tags on those papers. And best of all, you can carry that box around you wherever you go. You sync with the cloud, it's on your iPhone, it's on your lab computer, it's at your home computer, it goes everywhere you want. And the thing that's really cool is this is all free, so students are going to love it, right? There is a premium version. If you want a little more from it, you can sign up for that. We released that last month, and already we've had $500 worth of purchases of that. But that's not really what Quicker is about. Quicker is about this free tool for the smartest people in the world to be annotating the document, showing what they think is important on each of those documents. What Quicker really is about is recommendation. Recommending to you what you should be reading for your PhD, not churning through. In PubMed alone, 3,000 papers are published every day. So imagine trying to keep up with that literature. The world's literature is going insane. Quicker is here to put us back in control of that problem. So ultimately, Quicker will be telling you what you should be reading in your field, papers that are relevant to you, that are very meaningful to you. So when you want to produce that stunning, immaculate PhD, don't work harder, work smarter. In fact, work quicker. It's basically there are a lot of ways to make recommendations. There are lots of algorithms available in the world for doing recommendations. One place where they do fall down is the data with which they have to work. So, for example, there are lots of sites where you can upload all the papers you have, and they'll tell you, people who have these papers are reading this, and that's a recommendation. Where we feel the value is, and that's where we've got our technology, is to be knowing exactly what you're reading, what areas of each PDF you're reading, what you've highlighted, what tags you've given those things, and being able to use that more intelligent, there's more metadata there, and then being able to use a crowdsourcing technique where if you find 50 people have recommended the results table in a particular 25-page document, don't waste your time with the whole document, look at that table.
Thank you. I'm using it actually because it's a great product. I'm just wondering what's the barrier of entry, because it's really easy to download and easy to use. How are you going to protect yourself against competitors? How big competitors could come out and do the same thing very easily?
In technology, there's always a risk of competition, especially big people in the markets. The publishers especially, they love these kinds of things. Information like this sort of becomes a monopoly. The better information you have early on, the better the recommendations can become, the more chance of people wanting to come to you. So it really is a game of time. There are some companies out there who have approached this problem in different ways, and they've been around for several years. We've chosen a different way of getting to that data, so we know they don't have a head start on us, that kind of thing. So yeah, it really is a game of time, and once you are recommending very nice things, it's difficult to start that up from scratch.
And last question.
So many people have very idiosyncratic ways of tagging things. Do you have any way of incentivizing users to tag in a more standardized way?
So say that again, please.
Do you have any way of incentivizing users to do their tagging in a way that will be more commonly accessible?
The way we want to go about getting people to do hard work is not to say, hey, please do some hard work for us. I don't think that model works. What the idea is if you make a tool that is so easy to use and it really helps someone do their PhD better, you don't have to ask them to do anything. They're doing it for themselves. People are inherently a little selfish. It's like to get someone to do something, they want some sort of reward. And we found that with our recommendation system, people tell their friends if you reward them with some premium edition. But no, at the end of the day, the real knowledge comes out not because you're telling someone you want it, but because they need it for themselves. So, yeah.
So just a quick question.
What is your business model? How do you make money out of it? It appears to be a free download. It sounds like, from what I hear in the room, this is a very accessible product. How do you make money out of it?
Two routes. There is this premium feature, as I say, we have a lot of commercial companies using it where they're not interested in sharing their information with the world. They want password protected PDFs, that kind of thing. If they want to use that, so be it. There's a premium edition that lets them do that kind of thing. And we've had a lot of uptake on the premium edition. That part doesn't really excite me. That's a business that can grow linearly over time. The bit that does excite me is getting the smartest people in the world tagging up information, tagging up these thousands and thousands of papers out there, and then being able to bundle that information. And go to people like Pfizer, go to people like Toshiba and say, you have 1,000 employees here who are just paid to keep up with the literature. We can save them 1 hour every morning. What's that worth? I don't know what it's worth, but it's certainly, it's HR kinds of costs. It's worth a lot, saving people time. And you go to the big corporates with the information that you've aggregated from people who have moved on into the industry. They would have thrown that box into the bin. We're saying, hang on, don't throw that away. The world wants it. And then we can aggregate that up.
Hi, thank you.